This line.
The number I have.
That looks, if you look on your cell phone, that looks like something you've seen before, then that would do.
Yeah, it does.
And if it's not, then I'll come to you about getting the number. If you look at your cell phone, that looks like something you've seen before, then that would do.
Yeah, it does.
And if it's not, then I'll come to you about getting the number.
Always come about.
Okay. If you look at your cell phone, that looks like something you've seen before.
Are you able to proceed?
Who is hacking into our system without him? Who is hacking into our system without him? That's right. That's right.
All right, we'll go ahead and call our study session to order at 6:33 PM. If we can all stand with the pledge of allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. City Clerk Mingles, if you'll take roll call for us, please.
Councilmember Williams,
Further.
Green, Jackson,
Here.
Lawler,
She's here. Yes, here somewhere.
Davis, Front, and Mayor Singh.
Here. So we should all have in front of us the revised agendas for our study session along with our regular council agenda on your desktops. There was a few that got added, I believe, on Friday. So we will go ahead and go through as much as we possibly can in the time given. So first, we are going to be asked to approve resolution 2024-07, which is to establish the industrial development district, along with 2024-08, which is to establish the plant rehabilitation district. We will have a public session on this, public hearing. And then we are going to be asked to approve both of these resolutions that go along with the public hearing. Do we have any questions on either resolution right now? Do you want to give us some insight on this or?
I would ask for Ms. Ammerman, ADCCO president, to speak on this.
Sure, thank you, and I won't take too much time. I know you've got a busy agenda. The industrial development district is necessary so that Olson can eventually apply for a TIPA or tax incremental financing. So they will be coming back later for some tax incentives that will help them with their construction project. So this is the first step, and council would approve the development district and also the plant rehabilitation district. And the plant rehabilitation district is limited to rehabbing what is currently there. And then the industrial development district allows for further expansion and other work to be done. And as it turns out, in this particular case, they both are the identical same piece of property. So the 15 acres is included in both plant rehabilitation district and the industrial development district.
Councilman French?
Yeah, so this is in the existing industrial park. We're just expanding to the west.
This is in the existing industrial park. And what was the second part of the
And
question?
it seems like it's expanding to the west. Because I thought our boundary of the existing industrial park is Industrial Drive, correct? Or am I wrong?
No, so there's two halves to good question. There's two halves to the industrial
Right.
park. And only one of them has an IDD existing in it.
Okay.
So this is only one piece of property in that second half.
Okay.
But yes, for some reason, the second half of the industrial park, the newer half never received the IDD, and so now.
Got it.
You know, we could at some point decide to do an IDD on the whole district. It's just that this particular need came up right away.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
Yep.
So the EDC board did approve this to help with the expansion.
Yeah.
For the Colson Grill. Do we have any other questions from council?
I just want to know, they're looking at a proposed $12 million investment for this project.
So the $12 million is growing as they are considering, so it's at least 12 million. And some of that will be in the plant rehabilitation project and some will be in the new project. But they are likely expanding what they had started out doing, so it's probably gonna be more than that.
Are they gonna keep their current space or are they gonna vacate that?
No, they'll be vacating
Yeah,
that.
that's what I thought.
All right, well, thank you. Next, we are going to be asked to approve of the second reading of ordinance 2024-01, which is our fence ordinance. Do we have any questions or comments on this item? Right, next we'll be asked to approve resolution 2024-09. It's for the notice of intent for resolution water supply system for the revenue bond. City Manager Snyder.
Yes, so we are notified that we received additional funding through the DWSRF program with the state of Michigan in the amount of a little over $2 million in a loan. So given that we've already issued the notice of intent back in November, so our bond council did prepare a supplemental notice of intent to reflect the additional loan funding that we received through that program. So now the total amount shall not exceed $5 million. And I do want to note there is a cushion built into this. There was a cushion when we issued the first notice of intent. We always do that just in case estimates come over higher. You can't go back and ask for more once everything has been published. So this is what this supplemental notice is, to reflect the additional loan funding that we received through the state program.
Any questions or comments for City Manager Snyder? All right. Next, we're going to be asked to approve of working with Reg Guidance LLC for our strategic goal setting session. So this was agreed upon at the last council meeting to move forward with the individual that we used before. And so this is just approving the contract.
We're looking at a total of $975 to have Mr. Buchow come back and work with us. He was happy that we extended the invitation to come back. I have already provided him the proposed goals that were provided to you all at the last meeting. He said a lot of the work has kind of been done, but he will come and work with council to prioritize. He suggested you prioritize the 4 key components as well as the proposed goals, and then also weigh in if there's anything else that you would like to see added or taken away. He has provided a few dates that he's not available and a few dates that he is available, so I will send those out to you all so we can get something scheduled for this month.
Questions or comments? Okay. Next, we're going to be asked to approve the letters of support for the 2025 congressional spending request. And those funds, if they're allocated, would go towards roads being fixed on Erie, Dalrymple, Lincoln, Water, Highland, and Edward Street, along with Adams, Randall, and Mechanic.
Actually, there's 3 total projects included. So there's one, the neighborhood improvement project, which includes water, storm sewer, and road projects, as Mayor just listed. And there's also one to renovate the train depot to make it ADA compliance. That's just leveraging the private donation that we received, I believe last year or the year before, from the Cram family. And then there's also a public safety initiative. Given the limited time, I will share there's more information on this that goes along with the process. So myself and Assistant Manager Kip met with Senator Stabenow's office last Friday. As it is a part of the process, you have to present the projects. They kind of give you feedback to see, yes, this falls in line with the different funds that are accepting applications, and then you are provided with access codes. But I will provide you all with more information during the regular session.
Do we have questions right now in regards to this topic?
But I will say they were pleased with our projects, that the amount that we are requesting was not out of line. Some changes have been made to the public safety initiative, just given what we can apply for, but we have received access codes based off what has been presented to the senator's office.
Any questions? All right. Next, we're going to be asked to approve the Hydroport residential contract renewal. That is on your desktop. City Manager there.
Yep, so this is just a contract renewal we had in place with HydroCorp. They handle our cross connection inspections. You will see 2 proposals. One is for residential and the other is for non-residential. So our current contract expired. And we are required by Eagle to have something in place. So we are just trying to renew our contract to meet this requirement so that those inspections continue on a yearly basis. But it's broken down by how many residential. They'll do 625 initial inspections and then 104 non-residential inspections. The attorney has reviewed these. There are some minor changes made, but we are recommending approval.
Do we have any questions on either of these contract renewals? Okay. Next, we're going to be asked to approve of the service agreement with Lagoon Services LLC. City Manager Smith.
Yeah, so this is professional service agreement. We have it is with Lagoon Services LLC under Kent Phillips. He is a retiree of the city. He has worked in our water and wastewater departments. And we kind of reached out to him when we started dealing with the Clark Street issue back in end of December, early January. And since just given he knows the city system. So since then, we have also, he's been helping us so far with other projects. So we just thought it'd be a good idea to present you with a professional service agreement so that we continue to utilize Kent's knowledge of our current system as we are prepping to get underway with our wastewater treatment plant project as well as the water system. We're looking for roughly 3 months to continue that transition. But we are just looking to bring him on a formal contract, and the attorney's office has also reviewed this as well.
Any questions in regards to the professional service agreement? Right, next, we are going to be asked to approve of the EDC board application for Bruce Nelson. Again, that is on your desktop. Councilman Trent?
I received a text message from him today. I don't know if you received it as well. Let me see if I can find it. It says, "Hi, I am hearing that my outreach attempts weren't successful and that my nomination is likely to go down negatively. I think it would be good perhaps to table my nomination to the EDC board until later. Once everyone knows what the settlement is, perhaps some kind of compromise slate to fill the open EDC seats can be found."
I haven't received anything. I don't know. What is that? Did you put-
That's a text message from Bruce Nelson. He goes to my church. I talked to him yesterday, church after church. And he was trying to get a hold of everybody in council. Reached out to Len, didn't get a response, so
You know, I'm getting so many funny calls now until I don't answer.
exactly,
If I don't know
exactly.
who it is, I
Yep.
don't answer.
Yep. Yep.
If it says scam likely, I sure didn't pick it up.
Email.
Sam, I know you.
If
did
it
that
says
spam.
scam likely, I didn't.
Yeah,
pick it
well,
up.
yeah, it's a 517 number, so I doubt it would be.
Oh, no. I didn't get it. So
So when it's,
Anyway.
when it's time to vote, you'll be making a motion to take.
Well, I thought I'd talk about it. Is this sufficient information
I
to
think you should notify
make a
everybody.
nomination to table it? I don't know if he's gonna be here tonight. Maybe he will be, and that'll be no problem, but I just thought I'd bring it up.
news to my ears.
Well, if Dr. Mingo didn't get any,
Okay, well then,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
is there any other discussion on this? Before we go on to the next? Yeah, okay. And then finally, we're gonna ask for approval to authorize Becky Schultz to execute the stipulation to dismiss on the Haas versus the city of Albion. Was there anything formalized yet? Go ahead.
do we know what the stipulation is? Or is that just lawyer language to say we're dropping it? I mean, documents that were included were just,
The stipulations
Stipulation was
were
in there.
provided in the email,
Yes, they were.
the email that he sent out.
Yes. It was in there. I need to go back through it on our break. Yeah, cause it's in there.
We can go through it on the break.
I guess I didn't get that email, so I have no idea.
that's what I'm figuring out, so.
Attorney Hartness.
My understanding is it's just a stipulation to dismiss without prejudice, so on any civil case. Parties at any point in litigation can stipulate to dismiss something without prejudice, which means it's not an adjudication on the merits.
It's lawyer.
It's just a dismissal, both parties coming together saying they're gonna dismiss. Without prejudice means it can be refiled at any time.
Right, so it's lawyer language. It's not like there's a stipulation, something that we have to agree to, other than we agree that
It's an agreement by both sides to dismiss the case.
yeah, got it. Okay, thank you.
All right.
Just-
Public comments. At this time, if there is anybody in the gallery that would like to stand and address council, you may do so. Just stand, give us your name, address, and 3 minutes is yours. Seeing none, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Support.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned at 6:50 PM. Be back in 10 minutes, please.